So how did my first month of April go with advertising for my remote cleaning business? I started this journey April 1st, but really my advertising, all my advertising channels didn't really start kicking in until about April 13th. So Google AdWords, Google LSA, Thumbtack, those are my three main advertising channels, my only advertising channels at the moment. We'll walk through each one of them here real quick. So Google AdWords was by far my least performing channel. And I did a video on that not too long ago about why and what I changed in order to, increase these statistics. Basically had a bad landing page that I was sending people to. I optimized it, changed it, and since then the data is much better, but it doesn't capture that yet. So over time, this channel will become much better. Anyways, Google Ads. So total spend on Google AdWords was $1,270. I got 64 clicks, 12 leads, 8 booked jobs, $2,100 in revenue, and 1 recurring client out of those booked jobs. So my close rate is actually pretty big from leads to actual bookings. It's 66%. But my return on ad spend is only 1.66. That one recurring customer LTV, lifetime value, estimated at about $1,709. So it's a little bit better than the 1.6 return on ad spend. You do factor in the lifetime value it created. Google LSA. So Google LSA, I had issues getting verified. And I finally got verified about the second week in, turned it on about April 8th, but it didn't really start, pushing links and leads to me until, about April 12th or so, which is really when this channel started rolling. I spent $1,574. I had 43 leads, 17 bookings. Out of those 17 bookings, 2 of them turned into recurring. And the total revenue was $6,213, which was my lowest close rate at 39.5%, 3.95 return on ad spend, which is my highest. Estimated lifetime value created is $3,419. So, my LTV to cost to acquire customer is going to be, pretty decent on that one. This data isn't capturing that. Thumbtack. So oddly enough, my Thumbtack has been my best channel as far as getting recurring clients. Google LSA is definitely my revenue engine, top line revenue engine. It is feeding me, move in cleans, move out cleans, deep cleans, things like that, higher ticket jobs, where Thumbtack is giving me, lower ticket jobs, but I'm able to convert the majority of those into recurring cleans. And I do have a video on how I'm doing that. You can go check out if you want. But that I spent $967 in the month of April. I had 22 leads. I converted 10 of those 22 leads. And out of those 10 book jobs, I have converted 7 into recurring clients. So the revenue generated was $3,227, 45% close rate, with a 3.3 return on ad spend. And this is where this channel is killing everything. My estimated lifetime value created for Thumbtack is about $11,900. I'm assuming what I'm basing the estimated on is my average total. I'll show you. I am basing that off of here's the customers I've got and where I got them from. And my average revenue per customer for recurring is $284. So I'm basing, $284 off of a 6-month period because I don't know how long these customers, I don't know my churn rate yet. I don't know how long, my recurring customers are going to stay with me. So I'm just assuming and basing it off of a 6-month life cycle of that customer. I'll have to adjust that obviously as I go to get a better data set for that, or at least a more accurate data set. But overall, I spent $3,800 in advertising. I had 77 leads come in. I booked 35 of those. 10 of those turned into recurring customers. Total revenue was $11,545. Average job size, $330. And the average close rate was 45.5%. And the average return on ad spend is about 3.03. Obviously, Google AdWords is dragging that down right now, but I think that will, even out over time. And my estimated lifetime in all of those channels is $17,094. So pretty happy for sure as of right now with my first month in April. I did a video yesterday. I have already got $8,000 on the books for May, and today it is May 2nd. It's early in the morning, so I haven't booked anybody yet, but just wanted to dive into some numbers and give you guys an idea of how advertising can perform if you're doing it right.